Hello, and welcome to my 2-year anniversary special. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. The anniversary is July 8th. And like I did last year, I am going to make another trivia thing. And it's going to be 15 questions about everything that's happened on my channel since first year anniversary. So here's the first question. What was the first series I uploaded to after the 1-year anniversary? Was it A. Heartbroken, B. Ninja in Training Season 2, or C. The Magics of Orient? I'll give you some time to answer. The answer was B. Ninja in Training Season 2. Moving on to question number 2. This question's kinda sad. It's in my Ark Survival series, What Killed Gambo? Gambo was my beloved trike that I had for a long time, who tragically died to one of these 3 dinosaurs. Was it A. a Sarco, a crocodile-like creature, B. a Spino, a weird lizard-type creature, which pretty much describes every dinosaur, or C. a Carno, a fearsome creature that could be compared to a T-Rex? And the answer is A. a Sarco. Now this was really sad. I tried everything I could to save Gambo, but the episode called Gambo's Gambit, he sacrificed himself to try to kill the Sarco, and I ultimately ended up dying, so nothing really was accomplished. Moving on to question number 3. Unlike the real Naruto series, who's Anko's sister in Ninja in Training Season 2? Is it A. Zena, B. Nyla, or C. Carrie? In this series, I took a lot of creative liberties, and adding a sister for Anko was one of them. So what was her name? The answer was C. Carrie. Carrie was a fearsome character. She had amazing strength, and she had jutsus that were extremely powerful. She was definitely a character to be feared. But moving on to question number 4. How did Heartbroken end? Was it A. I was attacked, B. Katone's store burned down, or C. Wallazoo opened a demonic portal? All of these options are pretty bad, but one of them actually happened, and it left the viewers on a cliffhanger. So which one was it? It was A. I was attacked. I was attacked by this big armored man, and the episode just ended like that. And this is the right answer because this is how the series ended. Wallazoo did open a demonic portal to get through into our realm, but he ultimately did not end the series. It was attacked by an armored man. But moving on to question number 5. What animal was released into my house in Magics of Orient by Lonzo? Was it A. wolves, B. snakes, or C. rats? This episode was very hectic, and Lonzo definitely got some revenge that he found to be bittersweet. So which was it? The answer was C. rats. They were rats that had some weird magic radiating off of them. They were huge, and Azare was so scared that she hid upstairs while I tried to take them out. And they definitely gave me a run for my money. But moving on to question number 6. Whose mom was burned at the stake in the Magics of Orient? This was an extremely sad episode where the main characters had to sit back and watch as an innocent woman was burned. Was it A. Katie's mom, B. Stella's mom, C. Azare's mom, or D. my mom? I'll give you a little bit of time, and let's see the answer. The answer was B. Stella's mom. Lonzo was so sinister in this episode. He made Stella watch as her mom was burned at the stake, and no one was able to step in and do anything. This episode was truly one of the most morbid I've made for the series Magics of Orient, but it definitely doesn't compare to the finale of that series. But moving on to question number 7. In ninja training, who did not leave the malevolent murderers? Was it A. Quinn, B. Valentine, or C. Desdemona? This question's a bit tricky, so prepare yourself for the answer. And the answer is C. Desdemona. Both Valentine and Quinn chose to split up from the malevolent murderers because they no longer wanted to be evil. They wanted to try to reform themselves and live new lives. But Desdemona still kept her dark intentions, or so we thought. Moving on to question number 8. Who used the Harp of the Gods in Ninja Training Season 2? It was the finale episode. Was it A. Desdemona, B. Adeline, C. Kraja, or D. me? Think closely about this, and the answer is B. Adeline. Adeline took some weird angelic form and played the Harp of the Gods, set on altering the entire world as the ninjas knew it. That was definitely one of the weirdest ends to a series, but there's definitely more shocking finales to come. Now let's move on to question number 9. How could the end of the Magics of Orient be described? A. An emotional roller coaster, B. It left viewers craving for more, or C. Lit. And the answer is C. Lit, because the entire village was left on fire, and the series ended on a cliffhanger. The world was completely altered, and the future events are unknown. Moving on to question number 10. In Heartbroken, what was Walazu the god of? A. Deceit, B. Despair, or C. Death? And the answer is A. Deceit. Walazu was very deceitful, and he definitely was going to stir up some trouble, but the series ended abruptly. Moving on to question number 11. In Endless Skies, what was my Christmas present? Was it A. a puppy, B. catnip, or C. a dead body? This one should not be very surprising, and the answer is C. a dead body. Now, this is kind of ironic because one of my episodes of Endless Skies is called The Boy Who Stole Christmas, and it's sort of like karma because my gift was a dead body because I was not the best, nicest person. Moving on to question number 12. Do you remember the slasher series that came before the Symphony Killer? Who was the killer in that series? Was it A. Paisley, B. Luna, C. Rob, or D. Donnie Dump? Donnie Dump is not at all related to Donald Trump. Don't accuse me of that. It's irrelevant fake news. But seriously, who was the killer? The answer is B. Luna. Luna was the main killer. She did not act alone, but she masterfully manipulated people into helping her. She truly was a killer to be feared. But moving on to question number 13. What tragedy happened at the start of Lost Home? Was it A. a shipwreck, B. a plane crash, or C. a cannibal attack? This one should be pretty obvious because this episode was not uploaded that long ago. But let's see the answer anyway. The answer is A. a shipwreck. From that shipwreck, we learned that a lot of people died on that ship, and that I am a paleontologist in that series. And the shipwreck is not the worst to come in that series. It's definitely going to get some spiced up, but it's mainly going to remain a survival series. So there's a lot of dungeon raiding and home building to also be had. But to keep this going, let's move on to question number 14. Who is Rain working with in Lost Home? Is it A. Victor, B. Tessa, C. Raven, or D. Maxis? And the answer is A. Victor. From this episode, we learn it's a recent episode of Lost Home, we learn that the past is going to be unburied, and that a lot of dark secrets are going to come out. And cults are going to stir the pot in the Lost Home world. But moving on to question number 15, the final question. What type of magic does Viviana use on Daleks in the Magics of Orient? Was it A, fire magic, B, dark magic, C, brain magic, or D, summoning magic? This one's a little bit confusing, so think it through. The answer was C, brain magic. Viviana goes very evil and dark, but she ultimately uses brain magic. The spell she uses is brain obliteration on Daleks. This renders him completely useless and terrifies the others, as creepy whispers from the other side can be heard messing with Daleks' memories. But now that we've got the questions out of the way, let's just move into a casual discussion. I want to talk about many things. For starters, I'd like to talk about my YouTube channel. So, I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. This is my 2-year anniversary, and I've had a lot of fun. I've had Slasher, my first murder mystery. That series was, I believe, around 20 episodes, and someone pretty much died every episode. And now I'm redoing that, and I'm having the Symphony Killer. And I had Zombieland. I absolutely love that series. It was completely wacky. It was funny. It was just so crazy all over the place. And it had a bunch of, like, YouTube characters I stole from other places. Stole's the wrong word. That I borrowed from other places. And the story was completely wacky and fun, and I really like that. That series is also where I believe Xena was introduced. And it was such a unique experience. I really liked it. I liked the concept of zombies. I liked the weird intro thing I had for that. I found it to be very cool. And I had a load of fun filming it. Then I had a bunch of other series on my channel that I also adored. But I never had a survival series where I had like a home world like many YouTubers do, so that's why I made Lost Home. And I hope that you will stick around to see the new projects I take on in the future. I plan on doing a lot more. My roleplay series are only going to go up in quality, and I can guarantee that it's going to be worthwhile sticking around, because I will do my best to become a better YouTuber and develop my personality. But I'd like to thank you for watching this 2-year anniversary. Hopefully you had fun, hopefully you got some of the trivia questions right, and hopefully you stay for another 2 years. Thank you!